Hi, Teacher Geet here. And if you're writing an argumentative essay where you're given a statement and you have to choose a side, this is what I tell my students to do for their introduction. I tell them to read the statement, see the nouns in play, and define them to their advantage, right? For example, let's take this statement. Young people learn more from their families than from school. So we know that in the introduction, we have to either agree or disagree, support or not support this statement, right? We have to pick a side. That gives us marks, right? And many of these words are pretty vague. What is a young person? What is the age group for young people? Or what is the definition of a family or school or learning? Because depending on how you frame the meaning of these words, they can serve to make your points look better or worse. For example, say you want to define learning as developing social skills, right? And so if you are on the side of the family, you wouldn't just define family as a nuclear family because that's probably 5 to 8 people. You would include the extended family, so all the uncles, aunts, cousins. Then it would be a large group of people, and it makes sense to learn social skills from people from all walks of life, right? But let's take it the other way. What if you want to make families look bad and you want to make schools look like the better option? Then you would say, oh, a family is just a nuclear family with 5 people, but a school, in a classroom, you have like 20 to 30 classmates. And if you go beyond society's clubs, you have so many more options in terms of interactions in school. Another example, say I want to make schools look good. And I've noticed that we learn so many different subjects in school in an in-depth way, right? Maths, science, from experts, from teachers that have gotten university degrees on these topics, right? So even in the introduction, I would define learning as gaining knowledge and skills, right? And then later I can even say that you won't find this level of expertise from your family members unless it's the careers your parents took. So let's say I want to take the other side. I want to be behind families. And I'm thinking, what's different from a family and school? Well, you've known your family since you were born. So I'm going to take advantage of that and lock in my age group for young people as, 3 to 15. So this way I can angle the learning to developing moral values that make sense, because the first people who model kindness and respect and all that good stuff to you is your family. So keeping in mind the concept of defining things to your advantage, taking the statement, young people learn more from their families than from school. So these are how 2 different introduction paragraphs would go, depending on which side you're on. It's either, I support the point that young people learn more from home than from school. The age group of young people in this essay is between the ages of 3 to 15. As the young children among this age are still not mature enough, they will be learning through experiences given by their family. The other side's introduction would go, young people learn more from their families than from school. I disagree with that statement because I think that young people learn more from school. When I think of young people, I think of primary and lower secondary students aged 7 to 15 years old. Learning is about gaining positive values, knowledge, and skills. So that's my tip for you for introduction paragraphs of argumentative essays. Define to your advantage. Feel free to share this video, like this video, and ask your friends to follow this page to learn more.